Hello everyone! My name is Anzhelika and we are on my farm in the Ternopil region. Before we watch this video, I ask you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also leave your comment. Enjoy watching! Another morning starts with breakfast for the goats and a special massage for Alaska. My hand-raised goat really loves being petted and pampered. She enjoys these moments of attention and I can't resist taking care of her. But I can't get too distracted as there's still a lot of work to do today. One of my main tasks is whitewashing the tree trunks. It's important work to keep them healthy and protected. In fact, whitewashing tree trunks is not just for aesthetics. It's an important step in protecting fruit trees from various pests. In fact, it's a mandatory procedure carried out annually to keep the trees strong and healthy. I have prepared everything necessary in advance, so I'm trying to complete the task as efficiently as possible. At the same time, I take the opportunity to pick some apples. There are so many of them this year. It's great that apples store well, allowing me to enjoy their sweet, fresh taste long after the harvest. As always, I have my four-legged helpers by my side who keep me company in any task. After finishing the harvest, I find a moment to refresh myself. Of course, I don't manage to. I barely think about putting the apples on the table when my goats come running. Curious as always. I always have to keep an eye on them. Their playful tails are constantly wagging as they try to sneak a taste of the apples. Without wasting time, I start cleaning them. I do it quickly and with a smile, knowing that soon they will become part of something delicious. Meanwhile, it's time to clear the old corn stalks from the garden. Fortunately, I have a special sickle that makes the job much easier, allowing me to clear the space quickly and efficiently. Today the goats will have a real feast for lunch. On my farm, almost nothing goes to waste. Everything finds its use. Of course, life in the countryside requires getting used to hard work. But when you wisely distribute your tasks and don't rush, it becomes not only manageable but also beneficial for the soul and body. I always try to keep my yard clean and organized, which means there's work to be done every day. I barely had time to lay the corn stalks on the ground when they already came running, multiplying them eagerly. Their enthusiasm never fails to bring a smile to my face. Meanwhile, I continue peeling apples as I need to process them for further use. I carefully cut them into small pieces and place them in a large pot, preparing them for the next stage of my preparations. Of course, processing all these apples is a lot of work, but it's worth it. This year's harvest was particularly bountiful, and I don't want any of it to go to waste. Everyone knows how beneficial apples are, and I personally love them. Whether fresh, dried, or cooked, they always taste very good. Whenever I have a free moment, I take the opportunity to hang out the laundry. The warm weather won't last forever. That's why I make the most of it, by drying clothes outside.
Ty padaj. No, trochę zadnie łapy po. Детская Ира. Lista.
Even with a busy schedule, I always find time to walk my dogs. I always have a lot of laundry. Not because I have to, but because I love changing clothes. Sometimes I change clothes several times a day, just for my own pleasure. I do it solely for myself, not for anyone else. Wearing something fresh and beautiful brings me joy, and I fully enjoy this feeling. Back in the kitchen, I add orange zest to the pot with apples. I add a soft, fresh orange to the pot, having carefully removed all the seeds beforehand. The combination of apples and oranges will create a wonderful, aromatic, and tasty treat.
Цукор, цукор, цукор. Чуть-чуть лишь.
I adore all kinds of homemade drinks like kombucha or kvass. I prepare them myself using special recipes, and the result is always refreshing and full of flavor. While the jam is slowly cooking, I take a break to treat the goats with fresh fruits and vegetables. Many people think that goats only eat grass, but in reality, they enjoy the most discerning treats like apples, pears, cucumbers, branches, and so on. And now it's time to head to the garden to harvest the zucchini.
Завтра Маня їсть кабачки.
Today, I am picking fresh tomatoes and juicy carrots. Their bright colors stand out beautifully against the green foliage. Just imagine how satisfying it is to eat what you've grown yourself. The taste is richer, the freshness unmatched. It's a reward for all the care and effort put into the garden. Here, you learn to appreciate the little things, and happiness comes from simple joys much more often than in the hustle and bustle of the city. But there's plenty of work to do outside as well. There's always something to take care of on the farm, and I'm ready to dive headfirst into the work. Old dried branches have long accumulated in the yard.
Bulka. Ой-ой-ой-ой. Падаем. Аляска.
Finally, it's time to sort them out and find a good use for them. Of course, it's a long process, but even dry branches can be turned into something useful. Nothing goes to waste on the farm, in vain. After finishing the work outside, I return to the kitchen to continue cooking. I start by grating zucchini, preparing them for the next dish. To ensure the best texture, I squeeze out the excess moisture using a sieve. Step by step, another homemade dish is being prepared. I peel the carrots, as we will also be using them today. I add an egg and a bit of flour to the zucchini. I mix everything together until it forms a dough, to the desired consistency. These pancakes are just as delicious as the traditional ones, but much healthier, making them an ideal choice for dinner. To enhance the flavor even more, I add tomatoes to them. I spread a little mayonnaise on the zucchini pancake and add slices of juicy tomato. It's a simple yet incredibly delicious combination. On top, I add a layer of sautéed onions and carrots, which complements the dish. Now I carefully stack the zucchini pancakes, layering them with the vegetable filling to create a savory pancake cake.
Казала моя баба, гаряче сирим не буває.
Finally, I can sit down, relax, and enjoy the delicious creation. Today was a long and indeed busy day, absolutely filled with hard work, but it ends in the best way with a homemade dish made from fresh ingredients. By the way, the apple orange punch is indeed absolutely ready. I carefully pour it into jars, sealing in the wonderful summer flavors to enjoy throughout the long winter months. Just look at how beautiful it turned out, with its rich color and thick consistency. And so another wonderful day on the farm has come to an end. Thank you for spending it with me. See you in the next video. Bye bye.